Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's May 14th, 2025. I started recording a video yesterday, the day that the shipping containers were scheduled to come, but I decided not to post it. I was pretty frustrated. So today, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get the shipping containers. Been waiting for this for quite some time. But the backstory is, after getting everything all set here and having many phone conversations and emails with A-Verdi, the shipping company, that's going to pick up 4 shipping containers from a few miles away and bring them over here, and we'll set them on the pad and all. And everything seemed really good with my communications with Kyle, the main person contact point since March. Last time we corresponded was in May, and with email correspondence back and forth. And then we talked after that, after sending him videos of the walk out back here, where the truck will actually be going, and the place where the shipping containers will go. Actually, I made 2 different videos going over that. One before I put down the pad, and there's the pad over there. Some Canada geese on it right now. And one after me getting the stone pad in. And the day before yesterday, I had some extra stone dropped in here just in case we started getting any rain. It would help some. And so now I'm going to see just how solid the ground is. But over the last couple of weeks, so over a week ago, we canceled a potential delivery because we had so much rain. And so we had postponed it for Tuesday, which was yesterday, just to do it first thing in the morning. But their dispatch is separate from the main person that I was speaking with, Kyle. And I kept saying every time, geez, I want to make sure it's scheduled for first thing in the morning on Tuesday, because we had 3 days of dry weather that I felt more confident that we'd be able to get this done. Because my thought is that they'll drive down here and then back up to the pad here, and then we can deposit each one of the shipping containers. And this area here is an area that's an overflow for pond 6 up there, coming down and feeding into pond 7. And this can get quite soft, and I just don't want to have to deal with using Elon to pull people out, or really creating quite a mess. Once the wheels on these heavy pieces of equipment start to break through the surface of the ground, especially in places where there's not a good underlayment underneath the surface here, then it just creates a real mess, more frustration, takes more time, and I'm paying by the hour. So ultimately what ended up happening was the dispatch desk goes and talks to the different drivers, and they have all different drivers, and they make the plans just a few hours before the next day, because on Friday I called and said, hey, let's make sure we have it for Tuesday first thing in the morning, so in case it takes all day, we can get it all done, because they're driving an hour back and forth to their startup location. And what else? And so they said, yeah, we haven't made the schedule yet for Tuesday. I said, okay. So on Monday, first thing in the morning, I called. They said, yeah, we haven't made the schedule yet for Tuesday. So I said, I need it first thing in the morning. Then Monday afternoon, I called. They said, no, we haven't made the schedule yet for Tuesday. I said, can you try and contact whoever you need to contact to make sure that we can get it for tomorrow morning? She came back to me and says, well, it'll have to be tomorrow afternoon, which was yesterday. And I said, well, that's going to be pinching it, because Kyle told me it might take the whole day to do this job, and I don't want to be paying, transportation back and forth to your home base. and I'd like to get it all done before the rain comes. And she says, oh, it won't be a problem. We can get it all done, you know, yesterday afternoon. And so said they'll call you beforehand. So I started making the video about 1 o'clock, being very frustrated, no calls or anything. At 3:30, Joe called me, who's the driver. He says, yeah, I'm gonna get ready to start heading your way now. And he's out in Utica, New York. And I explained to him, I said, this is unacceptable. You know, I made it so clear we need to do it in the morning. Now at 3:30 in the afternoon, the business where I'm picking the shipping containers up closes up at 5 o'clock. And we need to do this during the business hours. And he was very understanding and all, and was responsible for, after he told me, he said, I'm going to talk to them, dispatch, and tell them how upset you are and see if we can do things. I said, I don't know about today because there's rain in the forecast for today. And so I'm not sure how things will work out for today. And it was starting to rain at 3:30 yesterday. And we didn't get much rain, and we haven't got much rain yet. There is forecast for rain, but it's sort of hit and miss right now. So I'm really hoping that things work out today. So that's where we are first thing in the morning. Joe hasn't called yet. I think when he calls, I'm going to say, let's try it. Let's see if we can get it done. I'll drive over to where the pickup location is, make sure everything gets set, make sure that that all of the doors on the side of the first shipping container are on the passenger side, so they can pull down here and then pull up, come back around, put the first shipping container right here at this end. Then we'll have the next drive, he won't need me, but we'll go over the 4 shipping containers that are there. And then put the doors on the side of it on the driver's side, which will be the next one next to it, and then try and do those 2. Unless he disagrees once he gets here with the first shipping container, saying, well, I'd rather set that one up there, depending on, I certainly will take his recommendations based on his experience when it comes to that. So that's where we are this morning. God willing, the weather will be okay, and we don't have any troubles with sinking wheels or anything. We do have a soft spot over here. We picked some stones the other day from around the compost, the leaf mold pile, and another spot over here because with those 10-wheelers with all that stone in it, they started sinking in on the edge there. So we just want to stay away from that spot. And so that's it with that. All right, Joe just called the driver, said he's about 10 minutes out. So I jumped in Thor, and decided to come over here. So these are the shipping containers, 1, 2, 3, and 4 behind there. So hopefully things will go smoothly. Everything look okay?
Yeah, it looks good to me. like security systems and stuff. It interferes with my remote to the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
These things, they don't go as...
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. I like that. And I like those bars. You can pick it up from not being underneath it, you know.
Yeah, then it guides it on or off when you're unloading. You pop them off if you got to maneuver. And
Yeah, that's perfect.
in them holes, so
Yeah.
it makes my life easier.
That's good. Keep all that stuff from bouncing off and hitting the car behind you.
Yeah, I try to avoid any like that.
This is my first time seeing this at all. Really, really neat. I love this trailer.
Yeah, the trailer does all the work. I just try to make it look good.
Yeah,
It saves me a lot every day.
absolutely.
Definitely appreciate the nice equipment they provide.
Oh, You look good now. Yeah.
I'll leave that.
So he just explained to me the process is getting this corner here about where we want it, right down here, and that corner will be off initially, and then he'll swing it around and try and bring the front of the container over to the side. Ground is holding up there pretty darn well so far. My little stand for mounting the other camera. Love how we can move those rear axles forward for tilting and all. Looks pretty
Like you
good.
said, most of the weight's going to go on this.
Yep.
And when I pull out it, with the tail swing, it's going to slide some. Then, like when I loaded it, I'll use the block of wood to get it where we want it.
Perfect.
So, like it's not going to go this way, and it might come back. So you good with it, or do you want it right?
It'd be great if it could get. We can just put them all like this, and I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
As long as we're all about the same.
I can't guarantee I get it exactly where you want it, but
sure.
if I know in your mind where you want it, I could try to shoot for that, you know? Cause
I hear you.
If you wanted 2 inches one way and I'm 2 inches the other, then I end up another 2, then we're 6 inches off all together in the end, you know?
Yep.
But if that's good, I'll start with that, and then we'll try to get it the best we can from there.
That sounds perfect.
I've chased the sun through pouring rain, held on tight and let go of pain. Some doors close without a sound, some roads lead you back around. I used to fight the tide, try to steer the wind. Now I let the quiet speak within. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Like rivers running wild to the sea. No need to force, no need to plead. What's real will find its way to me. I walk this life and let it breathe. If it's meant to be, it'll be. I've loved and lost and still I stand, with open heart and steady hands. Some folks stay, some drift away, but the ones who matter always stay. The more I trust, the more I see. Life unfolds so naturally. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Like autumn leaves fall gracefully. No need to chase, no plant my roots, set my soul free. If it's meant to be, it'll be. There's a peace in not knowing, a strength in the still. Let the winds do the blowing, I'll follow what feels real. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Like stars that burn quietly, no map, no script, no guarantee, but faith that writes its legacy. Whatever comes, I'll let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be.
Well, Joe just went to go pick up the next shipping container. The first one, he loaded the doors, the side doors, on the passenger side. This load, he's going to go ahead and load the side doors on the driver's side, so we can back it right up against here and set it right in. I'd say things went pretty smoothly considering all factors. We'll have to see just how everything works. We'll have to see. Almost wondering if I need to put some blocks right here first, but we'll see what he says. And got the new RTV. So this is Pepe's replacement, a Kubota RTV X, and this is considered a crew unit. So this back seat comes forward just like the Kawasaki Mule did. So I'll figure that all out later. Just came while we're in the middle of doing shipping. They did go ahead and pick up Mini Me. That's a Kubota B2601. And I'm hoping these tires here, they look like they're a real nice tire for, you know, the work we do out here in the roads, because this is it's got to replace Pepe, and Pepe has been one hell of a workhorse. So I'm hoping that this one holds up as well as the rest of the mules, the rest of the Kubotas have done. I see I don't have a passenger mirror on the other side. Now I have to figure out how to adjust this, but we shall see just how everything works out. So we'll be back. Oh, Joe's been absolutely fantastic. A-Verdi driver here, very knowledgeable, very good at approaching, you know, the placement of the shipping container where we want it and all. And so the whole loading process was awesome. So he said he'd like to get a copy of the video too when it's done. So for A-Verdi, I guess they like that sort of thing. So here's one coming into pond 7. That's my single male. I think that's a male. I don't know what happened to his partner last year, but on the other side of the pond we got all the geese and the goslings all facing me right now. Just on the other side, they're up just up there in the brush. You could probably barely see them. So anyways, I'm going to stop right here and get ready for Joe to come back and figure out just where we're at. So here we go.
You pushed ahead in line today, didn't meet my eyes or smile my way, but I held the door and let you through. Not for you, it's just what I do. You said your words with bitter tone, like kindness is a thing unknown. Still I spoke soft and stood up tall, not 'cause you earned it, no, not at all. I treat you right, not 'cause you do, because that's what I hold true. Your mood won't sway the heart I've grown. I'm not a mirror, I stand on my own. It's not about who you choose to be, it's the grace I carry inside of me. I'm kind, I'm calm, I won't demand. I don't act good 'cause you are, I do it because I am. goes by, life worn down by struggle, loss and strife. But pain passed down don't have to stay. I won't return it on its way. I'll meet you cold with something warm, not weakness, friend, it's how I'm formed. This peace I live, I fought to find, so I won't trade it for your unkind. I treat you right, not cause you do, because my soul is anchored true. You don't define the love I give, that comes from how I choose to live. It's not about the way you speak, it's the strength in being meek. I'm kind, I'm calm, I won't demand. I don't act good cause you are, I do it because I am. One day you might soften to see the light in what I do. But even if you never change, I won't let bitterness rearrange what I believe, who I became. I treat you right, not cause you do, because my peace is born of truth. You can curse or turn away, but I won't let that shape my way. It's not a trade, it's who I am, a quiet flame that always stands. I'm kind, I'm calm, I won't demand. I don't act good cause you are, I do it because I am. Yeah, I don't act good cause you are, I do it cause I am. I've walked through fires just to please, bowed my head to keep the peace, but quiet hearts can only bend so far. And I've learned who my true people are. Not everyone deserves a seat at my table, sharing peace. If your hands don't hold with care, then I don't need you sitting there. The ones who stay are the ones who see the light in me when I can't breathe. They lift me up, they never shove. They lead with kindness, respect and love. So if you tear me down to feel tall, I won't be catching your next call. I found my peace, I found my way. Only the kind-hearted get to stay. It's not about perfection's fates, how you show up in the grace. Do your words heal or do they scar? Do you leave light where you are? I'm not keeping score or gate, but I've learned to walk away from hate. I've got no time for empty noise, I make room for the gentle voice. The ones who stay are the ones who try to speak the truth but never lie. They walk with love, not with control, and let me be my honest soul. So if your love comes with a chain, I'm not dancing in that rain. I found my truth, I found my way. Only the kind-hearted get to stay. It's not a wall, it's just a door with a lock I won't ignore. If you bring hurt, you won't get through. This life's too short to bleed for you. The ones who stay are the ones who see my flaws and still stand close to me. They hold me up, they don't condemn, they don't break hearts just to mend them. So if your love don't feel like grace, I'll bless you and give you space. I found my peace, I found my way. Only the kind-hearted get to stay. Yeah, only the kind-hearted. Only the true-hearted. Only the love-hearted get to stay.
Well, it's 1:35 p.m. Joe's already taken off. He's the driver who delivered the shipping containers. It all worked out great. Joe's a fantastic driver, really good at positioning all of the shipping containers and all, and pretty happy with, I'm very happy with how it all turned out. Very, very happy. So one of the things I've got to do, so these were sent, and these aren't just a bolt in there, there's actually, they're welded, the top nuts. So I've got to go through and cut off, I've got my bolt cutters, go through and cut all these off. And then on the inside of the shipping container, there are, all right, so I can go in this one here, looks like. Joe also explained one of the things at A-Verdi, one of the things they do is they remove this seal. They have a double seal for shipping them, you know, across the ocean and all, you know, in the rough seas and all. And he said they cut this one off, and their outer seal, these do a great job. They never see any damage inside of them with that. Let's go inside here for a second. So one of the things, so if you see, I have to remove the bolts, and there's a retaining metal bracket that's on most of these doors, so I'll have to remove those, upper and lower. I get to guess what this is, so when they go across the ocean, just more secure that they're going to be tight. And that's why some of these shipping containers with this double seal, they float for so darn long. So that's good. So I got my work cut out for me before I can start putting things in here. But especially these ones here, I'll have to get a ladder for this, and Joe said it's usually a two-person job, someone on the outside to hold the bolt while the nuts are relieved and all. So this is what the shipping containers look like. 4 sets of double doors here, real easy to take your pallets, get the materials inside of there, and I'll be able to gradually now start as quick as I can, but the rate at which I move is going to be gradual. So here's the customs seal for these. Really good. Really good. So these ones are 9'6", so these are the taller units that you can get. I really did luck out in getting these that were at a close distance, and although it really costs a fortune, Joe told me I got quite a deal. So pretty happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and bust through some of these bolts and see what I can do. But this video, I think I'll end the video here. Really super happy that this turned out okay. Yesterday was a nightmare. Communications with dispatch, less than adequate, I would say. But the initial impression with A-Verdi was good, with Kyle at the front desk going over everything with me, going over the plans for getting this pad in and all, and getting things so that less of a chance of getting stuck and all. All that worked out great. And then Joe really changed my whole opinion after feeling really bad about A-Verdi after yesterday and so many phone calls trying to make sure that we got an early morning start before the rainstorm started at all. So all worked out well. Really happy. Shipping containers are here. Now I need to prep this shipping containers and then start moving things in here. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Really appreciate you watching and appreciate your thumbs up as well. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and take care. Bye-bye now.